I know that for some people, the idea of being around snakes petrifies them and causes their blood pressure to rise. But there are people that enjoy the taboo hobby of keeping snakes as pets. Most people ask why someone would want to keep a slimy, slithery, evil creature as a pet, but in all actuality, they're misunderstood reptiles that make great pets as long as they're cared for properly. Today, I'd like to share some advice on how to take care of them and provide them with proper housing, food, and handle them properly to make it an enjoyable experience. I've learned a lot over the last 6 years, and I'd like to share that advice with you. And first off, snakes are escape artists. Anything they can get their heads through, they will go through and they will get out. So the most important investment you can have for your snake is their tank. The Exoterritorium is the best tank you can have because it has a slide-in lid that prevents the snake from pushing off the lid and climbing out and going through your house. It also has a spot for a padlock so that you can lock it, and it keeps others from sticking their hands in the cage and possibly getting bit or forgetting to close the lid and letting your snake out. Snakes are cold-blooded. They have to have an exterior heat source. The Exoterra heat pad is one of the best heating pads you can buy. According to Kevin McCurley, the author of the Complete Ball Python Care book, the heat pad should cover anywhere from half to a third of the bottom of the tank. This way your snake can regulate its body temperature by moving from the hot to the cold side. And if you have too much heat, they don't realize that they're getting too hot, so they will burn themselves and kill them. They do not know that they're too hot laying on these heat pads. You have to have a water bowl that is big enough for your snake to fit its whole body in. This helps with shedding. They love to soak. It helps to get the skin to come off in one piece, and it also helps them to cool down if they do get too hot. Like I said, that they are cold-blooded. They have to hyper-regulate their temperature. The last thing is their bedding and their hide boxes. As far as bedding goes, you should never use cedar or pine or sand in the cage. Cedar and pine can cause respiratory infections and kill your snake, and sand can get into their mouths and cause them to be constipated and kill your snake also. As far as hides, putting hides in the cage, they love them. They feel more secure. It helps them to be able to hide from you. It creates a security for them. Now that you know how to set up your snake's tank, let's discuss how to hold your snake properly. When going to get your snake out of the tank, it is best if you wash your hands and your arms, especially if you own other furry animals. This gets the scent of food off of your hands and arms and helps prevent bites. Also, until you get used to your snake, it is advised that you use a hook to get them out of the tank. This prevents snake bites, and the fact they see the hook, it does not have heat to it, so they don't mistake it as food. Once you've got them picked up with the hook, usually you can about do anything with your snake. Other thing is, a lot of people try to hold them without supporting them. Your snake likes to feel secure. Support its whole body. Don't just hold it by its head or its tail. If the snake is secure, it will explore all over you if you let it. It's easier with a small snake to hold them and secure their whole body. Imagine holding a 100-pound Burmese python. It's 15 foot long. It would take every one of y'all to hold that snake versus a 2-foot corn snake. It's really small and easier. Small snakes love to move, and they like to hide in your shirt pockets and your hair and even in your shirt. They will explore anywhere you let them. Now that you know how to safely secure your home and know how to hold your snake, let's share a little advice on feeding. Always feed your snake in a separate tank. Never feed it in its home. By doing this, you train your snake to expect food only after it's been moved from one tank to the other. Um, this eliminates a lot of snake bites, and it also eliminates cage aggression. Cage aggression occurs when your snake gets used to food being placed into its home. By taking it out of the tank, putting it into another tank, that's what it gets used to, that routine. So it's not expecting food when you reach into its tank. Works really well, and it does prevent a lot of accidents. Um, Always use frozen thawed food. Never feed them live. Live food can attack your snake, bite it, cause damage, or actually kill it. They are known to eat your snake. Also, by using frozen food, you prevent the issue of getting mites and other infections from live food. Um, Also, never hold your snake's food in your hands. Always use feeding tongs. They are sold at the pet store in various lengths, and they will prevent you from getting bitten. Your snake has a tendency when they go to strike food, sometimes they miss and they will catch the next warm thing by their food. So, snake feeding tongs help a lot. Uh, Other than that, I hope that this advice would help anyone keep a snake as a pet and at least get you started on it. Uh, uh, and I would hope that by sharing my experience, you would share yours with others, because snakes in the pet trade and in the wild can only survive through proper care and education. Now, I would like to end my speech with a quote from Kevin McCurley. Every day there is more of us in our world. Every day there is less of the natural world. Learn to appreciate life before it appears as a memory in a zoo or a book.